Bro, listen.
Never in my life associated the word boring with baseball.
We know what's up.
Me? Yeah. Famous? Yeah.
And I'm like giddy over there smiling like, we're about to win this shit.
Did everyone give you crap? Give me a good host story.
I'm not picking it up.
We both love the game.
We talk about it every day.
Can't get enough baseball.
Having some popcorn, you're fooling around your phone.
I'd have to wait in line for 3 hours.
Hang on, because it's about to be a wild ride.
All right, there's no human being I'd rather have on the podcast right now than Charlie Madden. How you doing?
Good. It's a pleasure to be here. My first time.
Oh, my goodness. Is it your first podcast?
Yeah, for you.
All right.
Long overdue.
All right, it is long overdue. You are a big supporter and representative of the Baseballs and Boring brand. But the Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage, Wasabi technology, basically hot tech conversation that we want to have today is something that when it first happened, Charlie, I'm like, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. And it's the PitchCom.
Yep.
Did you have the same reaction?
I thought it was an interesting idea. I didn't think Major League Baseball was going to approve it after spring training. I didn't think there was going to be a lot of buy-in, and I didn't think teams were going to use it, but they surprised myself at least, and ended up letting it.
So before we go, tell me about how your interactions, your responsibilities when it comes to PitchCom with the Boston Red Sox.
Right, yeah. So they have it preloaded with preset audio tracks with different pitches and locations, but you also have the ability to customize it with any voice you want to say anything you want. So
which leads to good stories.
Yes, but not all acceptable for.
All right. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Keep going. Going. Explain it. Yeah.
So I just kind of took that and ran with it. Took control.
So you do the recordings?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so we kind of customize it to what we want to do, the locations we want to use, and just kind of optimized it for, the Boston Red Sox.
Okay, so tell me how it works. I know that we have a general idea of how it works, and the general idea is the pitcher has a speaker that he fastens to his hat, and the catcher has buttons, which each button is affixed a certain pitch in location. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay, and then so the pitcher, he gets a relay and he approves it or not. I know that's the baseline of it, but it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on there. One of the things that fascinated me is that the catchers being able to actually push the right buttons, really.
Yeah, I thought it was a testament to how smart our guys are, Connor and Reese. They picked up on it very quickly. I mean, they don't even need the key or the cheat sheet anymore. They probably pretty much memorized it.
What is the key or cheat sheet?
Just what buttons are where.
Okay.
So if
you have that in your back pocket if you need
it.
Yeah.
If they need it, but they don't need it. They haven't needed it, and they're quick learners.
Okay.
So that's been cool to watch.
How many buttons are there typically?
So there are 9 buttons,
okay,
but each of them can have 2 recordings. So there's 18 options.
So this is a stupid question, but is there a shift key? You have 9 buttons, 18 options. Is there a shift key?
No, that's a great question. There isn't, but it's either a press or a hold
of
the same button.
Okay.
So it's the duration of pressing that specific button.
Okay.
Not a stupid question.
No, it's just to come back to my original statement is that I can't believe this actually works. And it does, and it seems like it works fairly seamlessly. When you guys first started with it, was there some eye rolling from guys?
I think there is some hesitation just because it's new. It wasn't approved. It was spring training, so no one had used it before, so everybody's a little hesitant and wary of it. But I think once we started seeing other teams use it and how easy it was, why not use it?
Do you go about programming it? You're the one who has to program the pitches?
Yes.
Okay. So it's different for every pitcher, I would imagine, right?
It could be.
Yeah.
There's an ability to do that, but that seems very complicated, and each the catcher would have to remember where all the buttons are for each pitcher. So I think that would.
So it's pretty universal.
It is universal.
Okay,
yes.
I mean you have 9 buttons and 18 options.
You can make anything happen.
I mean, you're always going to come across like the one-finger shit kicker or something like that, or the is there a knuckleball option on there?
It came with one. We actually took it off.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, what is the oddest? What is sort of the button that never gets pushed, or gets pushed the least? Pitch out.
Question.
There's no more
Probably
pitch
pitch
outs.
out. We have a button on there, but
Yeah, nobody ever pitches out anymore.
maybe a few times a year.
It's so when you come to come back to it now, so you have the pitchers in their have it in their hat.
Mm-hmm.
For the pitchers, and I remember when it first came, the pitcher's complaint were, having it positioned correctly, that the signal was going out to the wrong people. Was that an issue early on?
I don't think it was an issue. I think everybody's like worried about that, of course.
Yeah.
Like, can they hear it in their dugout?
Yeah.
Can they hack it? But I don't think there's been any issues.
You know about the Bogaerts Sawamura story, right?
What was that?
The Xander Bogaerts, when I'm trying to get this right, the Sawamura's PitchCom wasn't working, so Bogaerts came in because the shortstop, how many guys, fielders get it?
So I think it's 5 total on the field. So pitcher, catcher, and then 3 more. Then
You can pick?
You can pick, yeah.
Okay, so 5. So who typically it was that the middle infielder and center fielder? Okay. So Bogaerts ran in and gave Sawamura his,
Okay.
and they switched, and then Sawamura's like popped on for Bogaerts, and all of a sudden started talking in Japanese, right?
Yes.
And he's like, he could understand like the splitter, I think, but that was about it. But that's another thing. It comes in different languages, right?
I'm trying to remember. I think it only comes in maybe English and Spanish.
Okay.
The presets, but that first year that PitchCom was approved, we had Sawamura, and so when we customized it, we actually had his interpreter, Utaro, do it in Japanese as well.
You did not do it.
I did not take a crack at the Japanese.
No. Do you do it in Spanish?
I did not.
Is there a Spanish one?
Yes, we did. We recorded in
Who
Spanish.
does the
as well.
Spanish one?
We had Ray Fuentes,
Okay.
mental performance coach. do
Okay.
it.
So
Yeah.
so while you say that listen, I mean, give me whatever story you can. Like, give me whatever one that you can in terms of the maybe spicing things up in terms
Yeah.
of the delivering the message.
Well, I just want to put this out there with all your broad viewership. We are open to taking auditions for voices.
Ooh.
So maybe a thick Boston accent or celebrity. So
Ooh.
if you can put that out there and see kind of what trickles in.
Oh.
We get a little voiceovers.
Oh. They'll get a T-shirt.
Hey, we'll give them a T-shirt. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is an awesome idea. Have you talked to other teams about doing this?
I haven't heard of another team doing it, but I think it'd be cool to have a Boston-based celebrity, comedian, anybody, actor, whatever, to do it rather than my voice, which is just mundane.
Yes. This is the Wasabi Hot Cloud Storage voice, celebrity voice of the PitchCom. Absolutely. Thank you for doing this. You're officially welcome in. You're part of the family now. Did I give you a T-shirt? I don't even remember.
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know. Long overdue.
Oh.
Long overdue.
Sorry.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but since you did.
No, well, you've locked it in. You've locked in the Baseball's and Boring prize pack. And if you want, you can get the Japanese version of it too, but it's in blue. So one of the other things is that I don't even know if anybody does this. I would imagine some people do it. Like last year, I think, then they had it where the pitchers called it, right? The reverse PitchCom.
Yes.
But it didn't seem like that was taking. Do people use that still?
Yes. So it's been available, I think, for 2 years, where a pitcher can also wear a set of buttons,
Okay.
so they could call their own game.
Yeah.
I know some guys just like to go out there and just throw what is called and not think a lot.
So do guys do this? Do guys call their own pitches?
Some do, yeah. I
Yeah.
think Tanner and Cutter wear it, but it's more of just for communication with the pitch clock. Like, it's winding down. We have a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
Instead of having to shake off 4 times.
But they're still relying on the catcher, the traditional
leading,
PitchCom.
yes.
Okay.
And then if there's 5 seconds left and they know what pitch they want, they'll hit it real quick and then just go on. But
all right. Yeah. So I think that initially, all of this is spring training, right? Spring training, we're testing this, and
Yes.
And,
trying to get guys
and
to
pitchers are
get comfortable.
pitching about it left and right, and then it is like a lot of things. It's sort of like the cards, where the fielder's using the cards.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. You probably remember the same thing. I remember like Mookie. Like, I don't want to use a card. I don't need a card. And then everyone. Now it's like nobody wants to do it, and then everybody does it.
Yeah.
So, and so there's a universal acceptance to this now.
100%.
Okay. Well, one of the things was our godfather, Joe Kelly. He had innovated the PitchCom where he put it in the center of his hat. So it became like a stereo system. But both guys just put it on their ear or whatever.
Yeah.
So when we see a delay in the PitchCom, what is usually a lot of times, honestly, we think the battery just runs out.
Yeah, I think that is probably most of it. I'm not going to name any names, but some guys don't realize that they've turned theirs off. And they're like, it's not working. And they'll run out and be like, it's just turned off.
Oh, really?
You dingus, yeah. But no names being named there. But yeah, batteries die. Or sometimes it'll fall out when they come in, so they just have to give them another one.
So overall, what type of evolution have we seen since this whole thing started?
I think you've seen kind of the pace of play be smoother because you're not having to give multiple signs with a guy on second. Less cross-ups, so pass balls while the pitches are down. Yeah. I just think the flow of the game's smooth.
Yeah, but in terms of just what the Major League Baseball presented is pretty much it. I mean, there hasn't been sort of a revolution to it or evolution to it.
Right. No, not yet.
Really? So what is the next evolution?
I think.
Well, I mean, the celebrity voice.
Based on your marketing ability.
Yeah.
Getting a celebrity to help us out.
All right. I feel like I woke up this morning and I've actually accomplished something. So thank you. All right.
I'm excited to see what you get going for us.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.